Hi everyone, welcome back to Vedic Life Coaching. Thank you so much for joining me, and welcome to the Sidereal Vedic Astrology Outlook for the year ahead. We are going to take a look at the energy of 2026. I'm so excited to do this video. I'm excited for a new year. I always am. Every time a new year comes up, for me, it's very exciting. I grew up in Australia, and that would coincide with the start of a new school year. So it also meant like new notebooks, a new box of pencils, new things, you know. I just love this time of year. For me, it's always been really special. Whereas I think in this part of the world, I'm here in England, and I think they start the school year in September. Is that right? So yeah, maybe you get that new pencil case feeling in September, but I get it at this time because we start our school year, well, I think it's sort of Jan-Feb, isn't it, when we start in Oz. Anyway, I have got a whole load of notes to go through for the year ahead, so we're going to just have a look at the energy for the year ahead. This is just pure energy reading. I'm not going to touch any news or any of that. We're just going to look at the energy, what's coming up, and I'm really looking forward to going in depth in your mini reports, actually, because what I've done there is I have drawn the flight path of the outer planets. So when I say outer planets, I mean planets outer to Earth's orbit. So that would be Mars, Jupiter and Saturn. I haven't looked at the outer planets. They are switched on my system, but I'm not particularly looking at those in this report, but it will be enough to look at those three major outer planets for the mini readings. Let's take a look at just the energy for the year ahead. What kind of a year am I seeing? It's interesting. I guess I'll just sort of try and condense what's coming up in these next few, because I've got a few slides here to take you through, but if I just condense what I'm seeing, do you know, for me, firstly, it's a number one new year. So we're coming out of a 9 year, we've finished a Mars year, and we're coming into a number one Sun year, which I'm very excited about. I love the energy of the Sun, and I will do a video on numerology, so I'm going to do that next week. I've been going slowly with everything, guys. So it's funny, I was thinking just today that I'm gonna take the advice I give to a lot of my clients all year. So over these next 2 weeks, I'm gonna take my own advice, and I'm gonna go slowly and take my time and enjoy things and not rush and not overwork. So I'll have the numerology next week. So just stay tuned. That'll appear at some point. But I'll just touch on it quickly. We are starting a new 9-year cycle, and I think that's why I'm very excited about next year. That's one of the reasons. I'm excited for the start of a new number one year. It's the Sun, so it's creativity, you know, new beginnings. We're heading on a new journey. You could think of the Fool card in tarot. We're going somewhere, you know, it's time. It's time to do new things in life. So that is some exciting energy there. We start this year astrologically with an exalted Mars, which I think is fantastic. What a great way to start the year. And in the years that I've been doing this, we don't typically start the year with an exalted Mars. So that is strong, powerful masculine energy, and when it's used for good purposes, it is very effective in getting things done in the world. So we start with an exalted Mars. When we look at the flight path of Mars across the year, you'll notice that there is no retrograde for Mars. So I love that. I feel like Mars is just going to get a clean sweep, a good run. You know, we're going forward now. So we're not, you know, the number 9 year, we were closing out cycles, and, you know, energy was different. Now we're beginning new things. We're moving forward. We are possibly on a new journey or several new journeys. in different areas of our lives. So that's exciting. Jupiter I'm excited about. Jupiter will be exalted. So how stunning to have a #1 sun year and to have Jupiter exalted. I'm very, very excited about that. And Saturn in Pisces is going to continue. This is an energy that I like and enjoy. I think, Saturn in Pisces is good. Saturn in Pisces can be a bit isolating, actually. It can encourage people to just do their own thing, be isolated, things like that. I'm just going to shut down this MacBook. It's making a bit of noise. Saturn energy, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, the Saturn energy could be isolating us, getting us to go within, getting us to focus on our spiritual selves, which is wonderful. We're, those of us who are connected with this channel, we're on the spiritual path. We love that. We love to go within. We love, time on our own, read our books, put things into practice, put the wisdom principles into practice, all of that good stuff. So we're going to continue to have lots of great energy to do that. And then when we look at the moon, so let's have a look at the moon situation. I'll bring this up on the screen now. So let's have a look at the slides I've got. Moons, yeah, I mapped them all out. I did it on paper. This was just for me originally. I didn't know I was going to turn this into a slide, and then I thought, well, actually some people might like to have all of these marked down as well. And you could, if you wanted to, sit with your journal or your diary and you could map these out. By the way, I did create I'm just remembering this now. I'm so glad I've remembered. I created a PDF. I'll just put a little thing on my screen. I'll remember to do this. And basically, this PDF, and I'll show you what it is. You can download. I shared this earlier, but I've got my diary for next year, and I have to sit down with this at some point. And basically, I did draw out. You can see here, I drew out the. I marked up the dates on here, but that PDF where I cut this out from, I'll share that with you. That's just on my website, so that's something that, I'll just share that as a free resource. Some of you have already downloaded it and you liked it, so if anybody else wants that, you can just print it out. It's just like a grid template, which you can print out and you can cut it in half and stick it in your diary. And I just find that to be really useful, because then it's like I can pull out the month and move it around and put it in my journal and do things with it. So I just quite like that. But if anybody wanted to mark out the moons, you can. We have got, what do we have this year? So we've got 13 full moons and 12 new moons this year, and we've got 4 standard eclipses. So that's pretty standard as per each year. One of the things I've done on this diagram is I have just put a little red star beside a full moon or a new moon if Mars energy is involved. So if Mars is either on the line of the full moon or the new moon, or it's aspecting in. So if that's helpful to anyone, I'm pretty sure I've captured all the places where Mars energy is. If you have a look at these eclipses, you'll notice that one of them has a star. So one of the eclipses this year has Mars energy involved. So that is the 3rd March full moon, and I would say that is definitely a time to take care if you are planning ahead and things like that. That could be some intense energy there on the 3rd of March full moon. Let's have a look here. So that's the moon situation. I don't think I've got anything to add there. Oh, the one thing I did want to say about the moon situation is I looked at all of these on the system, and I really liked the look of the 29 July full moon, Capricorn Shravana Nakshatra. I just looked at it and I loved it. Sun and Jupiter, I was just very, wow, it's like it's a Kazemi. The exalted Jupiter is in the heart of the sun. It looked gorgeous to me. I I like the look of that moon. And then as I was looking at all the summer moons, I like the look of all of them. So that's the summer moons as per the northern hemisphere. If you're down under where I'm from in the southern hemisphere, that will be your winter moons. You'll have some lovely winter moons. But up here in the northern hemisphere, we're going to have some good summer moons. I'm excited about that. Let's have a look at the next thing I've got marked here. So retrograde energy, let's take a look at this. What kind of retrograde situation do we have? Well, as I mentioned earlier, Mars just does not retrograde. Brilliant. I love that. We're just powering ahead. You know, Mars is that impulse to do. Hopefully, I've got my fingers crossed. I don't know. Let's see. Hopefully this is the year where I actually get to spend time on my tarot decks and release an affordable version for all of you. I know some of you are waiting, and thank you for being so patient and waiting for that. I've seen some of you have bought the existing tarot deck. It is available to buy, but it is very, very expensive. And the reason it's so expensive is because it is print on demand. So for the company that does it, they're probably doing it the cheapest they can do it as well. So it's what it is. But hopefully this is going to be the year where I get my tarot decks done. Let's see. Yeah, I think when I got them done, when I made them, it was a number one year for me personally. I think that was when I did them. So the number one energy, it is good. I will tell you that, yeah. So let's see, we've got a number one year here. So I'm hoping I get to launch a tarot deck. I'll just give myself one, because I've got like 10 in my head that I'd love to do. This is a problem. I can think faster than I can execute. It's a huge, huge problem in my life. But well, let's see how I can improve. But anyway, what else have we got here? Jupiter. Yeah, we start the year with Jupiter in retrograde. Okay, so that's until 11th March. Jupiter then, you'll see, retrogrades again from Leo to Cancer from 13 December. So at the start of the year and then at the end of the year, we're going to have Jupiter retrograde. So that's quite interesting. Mercury is going to retrograde 3 times in 2026. So that's quite good, because sometimes, you know, it can be more, and 3 is good. We've only got 3 of those. Mind you, I don't get too impacted by Mercury retrograde, and I don't let it stop me. So I don't, you know, not do things. I would buy technology and sign a contract during Mercury retrograde. I'm okay with that. It doesn't, yeah, and it's, yeah, for me it's not an outlet of blame either. If I make a typo, that is me doing that. So yeah, but Mercury energy, I feel like it's enhanced during a retrograde. So that's something you can experiment with and observe. You can look at these things and just use, and this is what I love about astrology. I love using it as a frameworking tool within which I can explore my own consciousness. And, you know, yeah, I just, that's how I enjoy using this thing. I get to see, okay, put things to the test. How does it really work for me? How does this transit feel? What happens? All that kind of thing. I really enjoy putting all this stuff to the test as well. And that's what I've enjoyed so much about the comments, guys. I really have to thank you all so much for the incredible comments section that we have here. So many of you will share your lived experience of these transits and placements and everything. And I learn a lot from reading your comments. I learn a lot from my clients when I'm in sessions and we are chatting through, you know, okay, what happened at this time and what happened during that transit and all this kind of thing. It's so incredible. Like, the starlight really does come to life here on this planet. I'm always amazed by this. Now, Venus retrograde. So thank you everyone for commenting across the past year. It has been an incredible year of insights and learning, and a lot of that has come from the comments. And the help that you guys share with each other as well. I love seeing all that. Thank you so much to everyone who comments and makes this a very just warm and friendly community. It's really cool. All right, Venus retrograde. So we've got Venus retrograde, right? That's October to November. Yeah, now this will be a bit challenging for people in relationships. If your relationship is not going so great, this Venus retrograde, I will say, could be testing and or difficult and or challenging because it's happening across Libra and Virgo. So what will happen here is that I think people in love will be very analytical about their relationship. And when there's too much mind you, some people who find each other and are in love, they love each other because of their minds. So then this would be a very wonderful period, actually. But if someone's too analytical or too critical in a relationship, that could sort of not be great for romance type thing. So that's really 4th October to 14th November. That's just something to bear in mind. And then we've got a typical Saturn retrograde, 27 July to 11 December. And what I've heard from clients and I've seen in comments and things like that and experienced myself is that this can be a really good time for self-employed people, people who are building their business, people who are building something, materializing something. You know, Saturn, there's more Saturnian power available. I've seen it be good for self-employed people, business people, that kind of thing. I have seen that. So that's the retrograde outlook for the year. And I like it. I like that Mars doesn't retrograde, and I like that Mercury only retrogrades 3 times. I'm liking that. Let's have a look. So Gandanta, times to take care. Yes. This is important, and I did make a video about this. I will link it here. Now, what was this video? It was about when not to travel, and that was the video where I linked everybody to my PDF, the free PDF template for your diary if you want that. So that was that video. So that's where that came from. Now, let's have a look what I've got written here. So times to take care. I mean, I've had a look at the year, and what I'm seeing is 10 to 12 May, Mars will cross a Gandanta point and into Ketu's aspect. That could just be a little bit tense there. I've got here Mars is part of the 3rd March eclipse. So we already touched on that, and that is a time to take care as well. Now here's a time where I wouldn't travel, or I would avoid travel, or I would avoid, you know, anything too hectic or something like that. So this is end of October to approximately 20th November. I've got take extra care while traveling. And for future planning, if you did want to have a look at that video that I linked to just now, you can look there. But just to sum it up in one sentence, it's this: Mars retrogrades back into difficult territory during March 2027. Yeah, I wouldn't fly during March 2027 either. So I would be taking care sort of end of October to approximately 20 November. The other thing is, when I look at the moons, we've got Mars kind of involved in some of the full moons and new moons towards the end of the year. That kind of, yeah, that really does correlate with this, what I've got here, with this Gandanta information. So take care, definitely end of October to approximately 20th November. Take care through that time. And now, auspicious dates. What can we look forward to? Well, I do think the summer moons, and I like the look of that, what was it, 29 July, beautiful moon there. I'm excited for that because it just looked good. I don't know, I like the look of that one. But auspicious dates, we've got Akshaya Tritiya. Now this is when the sun and the moon are exalted, and this is a beautiful day. And a lot of people will save up important things like getting married. You know, they'll get married on the Akshaya Tritiya. And I just think that's a beautiful time to get married, because the sun, the king, the moon, the queen, you know, they're in their best energies, and that energy will you know, when you start something new on that day, it's like those energies are in the life of the thing that you're creating. So I just think it's beautiful. So if you want to start now, what have I done in Akshaya Tritiya? Sometimes I don't bother with it, actually. Sometimes I don't bother with it at all. I remember when I started this channel, I just woke up one day and I'm like, today's the day. I was just, you know, so I get like that. I'm just like, I'm not looking up the system. I don't care. I'm doing it now. So I do a lot of that in my life, where it's just like, I've procrastinated long enough. Today's the day. So I will have those snap days of just, I'm doing something. I think that's my Mars. It's just like, I don't care. But what have I done on Akshaya Tritiya? Last year I started a savings account. How simple and boring, but that is what I did. I started a little savings account and I put a tiny bit of money away each month, and it's very slow growth, but it's something. And yeah, because see, I think Warren Buffett said, when is the time you should start investing or saving? And he said, when you're 11 years old. And I didn't know about this when I was 11. And I think for all the other years, I just had this thing of, oh, I have some money. Great, I'll spend it immediately. That's very sun sort of energy, like, I have some money, out it goes. So yeah, it's a bit like that for me. But I did actually start a savings account. This was last year. So that was very disciplined of me. I think I'm learning Saturnian ways finally. It's only just taken me 7 years of Saturn Mahadasha to start becoming a bit Saturnian, but there it is. Let's have a look. What else have we got here? Yeah, so Akshaya Tritiya, it really goes from 19th April through to 21st April. So you could pick 19, 20, 21, but you can see here, as per London UK time, on the 21st of April, it kind of ends at 9 in the morning. So to be safe, I've got here, just use Monday 20th April as your Akshaya Tritiya date. And that is when the sun will be exalted in the sky and the moon will be exalted in the sky. It's very beautiful. Now, the other thing I want to mention about, 20th April, is that I did look this up for, say for example, I looked up Auckland, New Zealand, and I looked up Honolulu. I think that's the most, like, so New Zealand is the earliest I could look up, and I checked it with the latest, which I think is Honolulu. Maybe in the comments you can tell me if there are other cities. I think there is another city that I should use in, I'll look it up now. Gisborne? I don't know how you pronounce that. Apologies to my Kiwi viewers, but apparently it's, that is actually the easternmost major city. The first populated place to see the sunrise daily. So I did have a look in my system, just to let you know. And equinoxes 2026, these are the dates. So if you want to mark any of these out in your diaries or calendars, you can. And I think what we're going to do now is we're going to take a look. How are we doing on time? 24 minutes, that's not bad. We're going to have a look at every single sign. And yeah, all right, we are now going to welcome Aries. Aries, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So this is Aries ascendant, Aries moon, or Aries sun, as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. Just a reminder, you can just watch from your ascendant or your moon, and that will be enough. If you want to look from your sun, you can. Okay, let's take a look, Aries. Let's see what's happening for you. Wow, we're going to take a look at the whole year. I'm excited to do this. Let's take a look. Now, I'll put by my side just the flight paths of the different planets. It's a little bit messy. It's a hand-drawn diagram that I just scribbled together here on my iPad. But I'll tell you what I see. And this is just for reference so that you've got it and you can look at what I'm looking at. But now Jupiter will now be aspecting Saturn across this year. This is great because it might be that you've been working diligently in the background, but you haven't been experiencing results because Jupiter, we need some Jupiter energy. Jupiter and Saturn, when they mingle together, that materializes things. So with Jupiter's aspect into Saturn now, and your Saturn is in the 12th house, I've got here, you might be able to materialize the work. Well, you will be able, I can be confident about that. You will be able to materialize the work you've been doing across 2025. You would have been working on yourself actually quite a bit with Saturn in Pisces. You might say, for example, last year maybe you're a bit more isolated. You're doing things on your own. You've been working at your spiritual discipline. You've been working at letting go. Maybe you've been working through some health stuff as well. So Jupiter is going to give its blessing energy to Saturn, and you'll see some material results. And I've got here material progress in the following areas: your spiritual discipline, your ability to let go, your ability to be on your own. Having the ability to let go is a real superpower. So use this Saturn transit to get good at that. Because the person who can just let go and, you know, sometimes not have needs even, can be the person who wins. Not always, so I'm not advocating for people to be too strict or hard on themselves or any of that. But there, you can design a bit of a superpower here if you're able to let go and just be easy about things. So Jupiter will help you to do that even better. Now, I just wanted to touch in with your Rahu. Rahu is there in Aquarius. So Rahu is still encouraging you to create financial gains, to build networks, to make friends, to go for new opportunities in life. It is good for you to be social. But I mean, of course, you've got Saturn in Pisces there. So it'll be about finding the right balance between being social and having recharge time on your own. You're going to need both. Okay, with the Rahu there in Aquarius in your 11th house of, you know, it's very social there. So, but Saturn is in Pisces in the 12th, so that is, you're on your own. So it's something about you finding the right balance between those two things. And in terms of the Mars energy, the beautiful, whoops, sorry, I just changed the slide. Oh, but that shouldn't impact you because I'm editing it different. Anyway, the Mars flight path, let's have a look at that. Now, that's a beautiful flight path there from Sagittarius through to Leo. We're not going to have any retrograde. It's just all in one sweep. It's fantastic. So you kick off the year with some pretty fantastic Mars energy. So that's Mars exalted in Capricorn. I would have covered this in the January outlook, so you can have a look there. But your run with Mars continues. So you're going to have a really good run with Mars across Feb and March. And then you're going to have another sensational run with Mars from August, all of August through to mid-September. These periods that I've jotted down here in red, so Feb, March, August to mid-September, these are power times for you where you can work hard, achieve things. I've got here, yeah, during these months you should have physical energy, the ability to act and build and create. These can be times where your efforts reap results, and that's where your efforts reap results in real time. Okay, so that's working with that fantastic Mars energy there. I've got here, put efforts regardless of results, because Saturn will reward you when he can. So Saturn is in the 12th. He's not in a position to reward you right now. And I will tell you something, Aries, your Saturn is not particularly in a position to reward you for a while. Okay, we are talking some years here. So, but don't worry about that, because Saturn has ways of catching people up, giving someone a boost, a new platform. I have seen this in the lives of my clients. They work hard and then the results, they come, and Saturn really makes it happen. Now, Aries moon, any Aries moon people here, you are in the Sadhisati. And the advice I have for you is find the narrow band of life where Saturn protects and guides you. So it's kind of like when you're in a very Saturnian period, it's like we're in this narrow band. I'm in one too, I'm in a Saturn Mahadasha. So it's similar. I'm in a Saturnian period and it's like we're in a narrow band here and all of life is going on up here and people are having a great time and they're earning lots of money and going out and traveling and doing all kinds of things, and you think to yourself, wow, they're all having a good time, but I'm living in a narrow band here. It's like I have just enough and it's always okay, but it's, we can be limited. But in that narrow band, Saturn protects you, Saturn looks after you, and just be okay to hang out there. If life feels a little bit like that, where it's like, yeah, I'm just in this Groundhog Day, or it's just a bit limited or restricted, but you're being polished into something incredible. And work with the taskmaster, you will become very disciplined, very strong, and you'll be able to do things that people are like, how do you do that? They won't be able to figure you out, kind of thing, and you'll be able to do it because you worked with Saturn, the taskmaster. Aries, it's looking like a good year ahead. By the way, you should feel blessed actually, because you've got 2 great runs with Saturn. Some signs have only got 1, and I'm not including Jan-Feb because everybody's going to enjoy that Jan-Feb exalted Mars, though yours is very good. You could count yours having 3 runs of good Mars energy, but how I'd say you should view it is that you've got a sensational run with Mars from Jan to March, and then you've got another great stint August to mid-September. And some signs, they've only really got 1 great Mars thing, so count yourself lucky with that, Aries. All right, well, thank you so much for being here. I'm truly wishing you a great year ahead. May this be your best year yet. I've got that written in the notes for another sign, but I'm giving that to you here, so let's see what I come up with, what comes through for every single sign. Aries, thank you so much for being here. We're now going to welcome Taurus. Taurus, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So this is Taurus Ascendant, Taurus Moon, or Taurus Sun, as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. If you want, you can really just look at your Ascendant and your Moon. If you would like to look from your Sun, of course you can. Okay, so let's take a look. Taurus, what have you got going on here? Well, now Jupiter will be aspecting Saturn, and this is important because now we've got some materialization energy to play with. You might have been working hard over 2025, but not experiencing any results or growth. Maybe you've been laying the groundwork, maybe you were clearing the weeds, I don't know, but you've been doing something, you've been busy, but where are the results, right? So this is the year to now visibly see some results of the hard work that you've been doing. I've got here, it's time to materialize 11th house things. So this is your hopes, dreams, wishes, new opportunities, people. Important people might come into your life this year. Money, whatever you need to build that next platform up in your life, that kind of thing really can come in for you this year. So if you watched it's interesting, I haven't pointed this to Aries, but I'll point it for you. If you watched the Saturn video, I would have really raved about your Saturn thing. And I would have said, oh, it's going to be amazing. And some of you might have watched that, and then you've looked back at 2025 and you're like, well, it didn't really, nothing, that hasn't really happened. You were prepping, okay? This 2026 is going to be the year where you should have some things materialize for you that are going to be very important going forward. And the other thing is that these are coinciding with a numerology number 1 year. So these are big new things that can come in for you. They could be life-changing, I will say that. Okay, so you could have some big new life-changing things happen for you this year that are going to be important in the years ahead. So this is a special time for you, Aries, Taurus, sorry. Just went backwards for a moment, Taurus. This is a special time for you, Taurus. And I am wishing that all the good that you are due comes in. Now, Rahu is still encouraging, Rahu in Aquarius, Rahu is still encouraging you to put your focus on career. So put effort into being in the world, put effort into making your dreams come true. This is your year, Taurus. I do believe it is. And I think, Taurus, it has been a long, hard grind, possibly for many, many, many years since you've had any form of reward or the universe cutting you a break or whatever. I really do think this is your year. Look out for it. Be ready for it. This is an important time. So Rahu is encouraging you, be out in the world. Say yes to opportunities. Make sure you have, an outfit that's ready to go, like kind of thing. That stuff doesn't matter so much now. See, I wear sneakers all the time, but it used to be, back in the old days, you want to have your shoes are polished, or you'd have a nice outfit ready to go, kind of thing. Yeah, it was a bit like that in the old days. It's not like that anymore. Now it's clean sneakers. All right. Anyway, but yeah, Rahu. What I'm saying here is you're ready to go. You're ready. Okay. So when that opportunity comes, say yes. That's the energy. Now, Mars is good at the start of the year. So everybody's getting exalted Mars at the start of the year. That's really nice. So that's mid-Jan to about Feb. We've got there for you. I've got that marked. So that's all looking good. That's nice. Mars energy there. But you've got 2 superb runs with Mars, which is really, really good. So that's April to mid-May is going to be a beautiful time. Mars can help you. You'll have physical energy, drive, ability to do things, get things done. And again, mid-September to mid-November, you've got another beautiful run with Mars where, again, you will have just fantastic energy to make progress in your life. I've got here, be sure to put effort into your life during these times where you will have physical energy and support from the outer planets. So I'm loving the look of your year ahead, Taurus. I think this could be a significant year for you, and I'm excited. And regardless, I always think we should just keep working, because Saturn is watching everything. And I see Saturn can sometimes take 30 years, but Saturn, when he delivers results, it can be really huge. So keep at it, keep the momentum, keep your discipline strong, all of that. I'm wishing you well, Taurus, and I'm wishing you excellent Saturnian energy specifically. I'm wishing that this is the year Saturn really you're able to experience some Saturnian reward this year. Look out for it. You can always come back and let me know. You can always come to this video and let me know what has happened. I love to hear from everyone. But of course that will happen towards the end of the year. People do that. You can go back to last year's video and you can check it out and tell me. I love all that. All right, Taurus, thank you so much for being here. We are now going to welcome Gemini. Gemini, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So this is Gemini Ascendant, Gemini Moon, or Gemini Sun, as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. And you can just look from your Ascendant and your Moon. I recommend that. If you want to look from your Sun, you can. All right, Gemini. So what have we got going on? Well, we have got Jupiter will now be aspecting Saturn. So this is actually really good for materializing financial gains through your career. You got Jupiter there in the second house. That's finance, that's money. We've got Saturn in the 10th. That's career. So this is a time of career delivering financially. I've got here, be sure to make the most of this energy. You can increase your personal savings by a lot over this year. Jupiter will be expanding your second house, so this is really lovely. Jupiter being going through the second house there, I mean, that could even be expansion to family, expansion to good times even. Just, you know, enjoying life a bit as well. So it can be more than just career. But when I'm looking at Jupiter aspecting Saturn, I'm loving that for career expansion and finances. If we have a look at Rahu in Aquarius, we'll just touch in with Rahu, which I've spoken about before. Rahu is still wanting you to sharpen your skills, wanting to up your expertise, and wanting you to create mastery in your field. Okay, so you are getting really good at something, or really skilled or knowledgeable about something. I've got here, if you feel called to teach what you know, this could be an excellent time to step up. And you could be teaching, you could be leading. Also, you will be speaking in your career with authority. You've got an exalted Jupiter in the second house. That's aspecting your Saturn in the 10th. So you are on a stage and speaking with authority, or what you're saying is really wise, or, you know, the professor is talking through you kind of thing across this year. So this is a beautiful energy, what you've got going on across 2026. It's really, really good. So do use your communication skills effectively. Use your ability. Enjoy, like I always, because I used to be a copywriter in advertising, so I used to write for companies and, you know, on behalf of like CEOs sometimes, or ads, or all different things. But when you're a copywriter, it's like every single moment where you write is an opportunity to practice your skills. So even writing a text to a friend, even writing a little comment on YouTube, it's like, you know, every tiny little time that you write, you can sharpen your skill. That's where I'm thinking that Rahu there in the 9th, it's like you're sharpening your skills at every opportunity where you can. You're just becoming excellent at something. So yeah, there's something like this where you're using every single opportunity to become brilliant at something. Now let's have a look at your Mars. Okay, Mars energy at the start of the year is in a Vipreet Raj Yoga. This is very good. So that's Jan Feb. That is some very good, it's exalted Mars. It's a beautiful energy there. I've got here the really good Mars energy will be found. Now you've got 2 fantastic runs with Mars. So mid-May to mid-June is going to be an excellent time with Mars, where you can build, progress, you could network very effectively, make extra money. Something really good is happening there. And then mid-November to July, all of July 2027. That is huge. Yeah. All right. You're one of the lucky 3 Gemini who's getting a sensational run with Mars. So yours is mid-November to July 2027. Oh my gosh. That's huge. Now that is such a long period of time, because Mars is going to do a retrograde. So subtract about 7 weeks from this time period, mid-November to July 2027. Subtract about 7 weeks where Mars will do a retrograde, but you're going to have Mars in a superb place for a long time. That is going to be productive and good and amazing if you use it for building your career, building life. This could be hands-on, creativity, personal projects, group work, teamwork. This could be all kinds of things. But that's you're very lucky to have that long, beautiful transit. And that's a Mars in Leo. That's a beautiful Mars. So I'm excited for you, Gemini. You're one of the lucky 3 signs to have that. So well done, you. All right. Now, well, before I get to the next one, I just want to wish you a wonderful year ahead, Gemini. And take good care of yourself. And enjoy this beautiful energy that you have here. How do I see your year if I just reflect and look? Yeah, I'm kind of getting the word productive. I think it can be a very productive year. But there's something very much about enjoyment. You've got an exalted Jupiter in the 2nd house. So see if you can enjoy and just do things that will bring delight and a smile on your face. Make your inner child happy. That's good. Those are good activities for this year. Do whatever makes you feel really happy. Seek that and do that. Do more of that. I think that's the idea. Gemini, I'm wishing you a great 2026. We are now going to welcome Cancer. Cancer, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. I'm just checking the time. We're okay. Cancer, what have we got going on? All right, so we have got Jupiter. Jupiter will be aspecting Saturn. Now, this is excellent energy for materializing knowledge, skills, mastery in some area. And these are skills that are going to last a lifetime. It's so interesting. I was on one of my live Zooms, I could see one of my clients, I could see Saturn transiting through her 9th house. And that was when she picked up a qualification that many years later, she ended up building a huge career around the skills that she picked up when Saturn was passing through her 9th. So there's something about you're going to be picking up skills across, you might have been picking up these skills last year, definitely 2026, definitely 2027. You've got time here. But with the exalted Jupiter aspecting in, wow, this is now you're materializing something. Now you're seeing results. Now, maybe there's some blessing energy coming in. Maybe it's just a lot easier to do this. But there's something heightened or more enjoyable even about this process of, picking up the skills and gaining mastery in some area. But you're in a place where you can really pick up some skills, expertise, know-how, but you're going up. And I've got here, you could be materializing career success or recognition by people higher up than you. Teachers, mentors, bosses, people in powerful positions could really help you at this time as well. So you could be, this could even be networking or this kind of thing. But there's something about you're going up, and you're going up in terms of leadership, skills, expertise. This is all very good. Now Rahu is in the 8th. Wow, that is a contrast. So Rahu is a slightly different energy where Rahu is seated. Rahu is still wanting you to do your introspective work. So this will be about balancing time in the world. And anyway, that's Saturn in Pisces in the 9th. So that is still Saturn in Pisces. So you will need to find the right balance between being introspective and engaging with the world. Okay, so that you're figuring out some kind of balance, and you're getting really good, I would say, across this year. You're getting excellent at knowing, okay, I can engage with the world this much, but I really need to have my alone time. I need to have my recharge time. I need to have my time where I'm just journaling or doing some spiritual thing that I love. Okay, so I've got here, Rahu is still wanting you to do your introspective work. So looking within with a view to bringing light to some area of your life. So it could be, and this could be to do with family as well. There could be some parts of family life where you're just going to have to deal with it. Maybe you don't want to, but you're going to be the one to bring the light to something, or you have to get in there and you might have to deal with something. And it might be something you don't want to deal with. That's a possibility. But you're bringing light to some area of your life. Now, another way that this could work with your Rahu in Aquarius there in the 8th, you could be using this energy to hone psychic gifts. So, and this could be you're getting really good at reading the undercurrent of situations or the hidden agenda behind people or all this kind of thing. So you're getting very good at figuring these things out or seeing the real thing of people. Let's have a look at Mars, the flight path of Mars, which I'm so excited about. It's beautiful because it's just a clean run. Mars just goes all the way through. There's no retrograde as such. So we start the year with some beautiful Mars energy, Jan, Feb. Every single sign has the exalted Mars, and yours is in the 7th house. I would have talked about that in the January outlook. So that's just something to bear in mind. But then you have another sensational run with Mars, and that's from mid-June to July. So Mars is going to be really great there. And if you work very well across mid-June to July, that could be there's something platform building happening there, or maybe you're meeting a new person there that's going to be very significant in the many years ahead type thing. So that's a possibility there. What have I got here? Mars. You get another excellent run, with Mars from mid-June to all of July. I've got here, you have energy to profit from new opportunities and expand your social or networking circles. Or even, as I say, there's something platform building happening mid-June to July, something very significant. Cancer, it is looking like a good year ahead for you. And what am I liking the most? I think I'm most excited about your engagement with the world, actually, and there's something about your potential ability to go up in the world. I think sometimes being in the world, you might feel like you're being tested at times, and it might be difficult. I am looking at your Saturn in the 9th, and there will be challenges and there will be difficulties, and you're being tested at times, but your ability to reap rewards and profits is certainly here across 2026, because exalted Jupiter is aspecting that Saturn. So I'm excited from that point of view for you. Cancer, thank you so much for being here. We are now going to welcome Leo. Leo, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So this is Leo Ascendant, Leo Moon, or Leo Sun, as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. Now, if you just want to watch from your Ascendant and Moon, that's perfectly fine. If you would like to look from your Sun, you can. All right, so let's take a look, Leo. Now you're going to have Jupiter aspecting Saturn. So we're looking at materializing the work that you've been doing across 2025. So you might feel that across 2025 you did a lot of work, there is no material progress or benefits, or you've been working hard and what is this, right? I've got here, there is something about you materializing. So you're going to see some of the results from the work that you've been doing across 2025. It might be that across 2025 you were required to clear the weeds, or maybe you weren't building as much. Maybe you were clearing things out or getting rid of things. That is a possibility here. But you could experience material progress in 8th house matters in 2026. So this could be visible improvements to shared assets or key family relationships. Okay, maybe you've been having to deal with some family issues and or relationships that are difficult, or you'd rather not have to deal with that thing, but you'll see everything will be worthwhile. Everything will be worthwhile. You will see that. I've got here, yeah, you could also be being tested in these areas. So you could be being tested in regards to shared assets or key family relationships. That could be ongoing, but there's something of, we've got an exalted Jupiter energy coming in here. And Jupiter energy, it is a blessing energy. It is good, it is positive. So it's like there's some soothing that's coming in, or something's going to ease in regards to maybe some challenging family relationships. That is a strong possibility here. And one very exciting thing about this exact setup that you have is that you could experience material improvements to your psychic abilities. Okay, so this is just to do with you, not to do with shared assets, family members, any of that. When we're looking at just you, oh sorry if my microphone just, sometimes the mic gets caught. Yeah, I got distracted there. I was just chatting about this is just to do with you. See, look at that, there was a distraction. In Jyotish, we have to count all this stuff. So it might be that your family relationships, they have been a distraction. And maybe they've been a bit of a thorn in your side. Do you know, I had that line in my head today that I thought this was going to happen in the intro of this video, and it didn't happen at all. Where I was going to say, if you've had a tough year, so this message is clearly for you because it hasn't come up in any other sign. If you've had a tough year last year, well done to you, because it meant that you were dealing with karma. Instead of just sweep it under the rug or I don't want to deal with it, you dealt with it, okay? Because if it's hard, it's the painful emotions nobody wants to deal with. Everyone's running away, you know, taking up some addiction. Yeah, it's interesting, we've got Saturn in the 8th here, so all of this is relevant. People are running away, people are sweeping it under the rug, people are having an addiction, trying to, you know, just change the energy or whatever. But if you had a tough year with this Saturn in the 8th, you did well, okay? Because you allowed some karma to come up, you allowed it to be seen, to get some sunlight, and it will transform. So this will be the year, I think, where, yeah, Jupiter is going to come in and offer a bit of soothing, so that's good. But regardless of family, that was what I was going to say. If you had a tough year, you did great. And the other thing I wanted to say, it's just popped into my mind. I've got three things in my mind at the moment. The other message I have is that if someone has been a thorn in your side, that is actually something you need, because that person who maybe they've been in your life your whole life, they've been a thorn in your side, that person is going to get you to develop a backbone so that you're not just a blob of jelly. All right, it's those people that are a thorn in our side that get us to develop backbone and strength, and that get us to change. So that is a message for someone out there, I think, that is needed here. And the other thought that I will come to now is that you can, through the exact setup that you've got here, work at building up your own psychic gifts. And so this is a beautiful energy. So, and it is, you're still a little bit underground here, Leo. There's a lot of work being done underground. There's a lot of, your whole life could be changing with Saturn in the 8th. Yeah. This is really big, Leo. The more I go into talking about, it's, wow. I'm feeling it. It's, your whole life could be changing right now, and none of this is easy, and it's all behind the scenes. But let's tap into Rahu, because I've got notes on Rahu. I've got here Rahu is in the 7th, and Rahu is still wanting you to focus on your ability to partner with others. Yeah, and your focus is on how you be with other people. So you're getting good at refining your relationship skills. Really, this is what this is all about. So you are, and it's difficult, and some stuff is being dug up, brought to the surface, a lot of transformation. Your whole life could be changing. I see this, but keep going with this. It is all leading to better things. I can assure you of that. That is something that astrology has taught me. That if I'm on a difficult run, and like if I'm on a 20-year difficult run in a Saturn Mahadasha, which I'm in, like go with it. Because the next chapter is going to be better and it's going to be different. And we've just got to go with these long, tough periods. It's always something very good coming up. That is for sure. Now that I've looked at the Mahadashas of so many people and seen myself, like for my own life as well, like, you know, yeah, what's coming and what's been and what's on now, these are all just seasons of our life. So you can be sure that this is all for a very good purpose and reason. It's all clearing, healing, getting better. You're going up, ultimately. But it might not feel like that for now. If we have a look at your Mars energy, so Mars is just going to make a beautiful sweep, no retrogrades. And we all start the year with a beautiful exalted Mars. Yours is particularly good. Mid-Jan to Feb is beautiful because that's exalted Mars in the 6th house. That's gorgeous. So you start the year great. And then you get another excellent run with Mars, August to mid-September. Okay, so that August to mid-September is going to be a time where you'll be able to build, succeed, have some results in real time. Things are going good there. So that is what I'm seeing for your year ahead, Leo. I apologize, it's been a bit scattered and a little bit up and down, but I think maybe that is partly a reflection of Saturn in the 8th there. You might be... Yeah, and I'm feeling it in my throat as well. You might be getting distracted. You might have healing to do, clearing to do. Yes, it's very interesting energy. I'm wishing you well, Leo. It's all going to come good. It's all going to be worthwhile. You hang in there. And let me know as well. You can always let me know at the end of the year too, because, you know, we haven't even started the year, so you can let me know at the end of the year how much of what I'm saying. But I mean, some of what I'm saying right now might be relevant because you've had Saturn in Pisces for a whole year already. So we've talked about that. So yeah, if you want to let me know now even how much of this resonates. But I do hope it resonates. And I'm wishing you well. I'm wishing you a good year ahead. And I'm wishing you enhanced psychic capabilities. You have the energy here. You can create that. You won't need the stars or astrology or nothing. You'll just get it, and then, you know, you just go direct. You can build that, Leo. I'm wishing you well. Take care. We are now going to welcome Virgo. Virgo, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So this is Virgo. Gosh, I did spend a little bit of time there with Leo. This is Virgo, ascendant, Virgo moon or Virgo sun, as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. If you want to just look from your ascendant and moon this time, that's perfectly fine. If you would like to look from your sun perspective, you can. But let's take a look at you, Virgo. So what have we got going on? Well, we have got Jupiter aspecting Saturn. Oh, this is quite incredible. Now, this really could materialize a partner for you if you are single. Okay, so this could be the year that you meet a long-term partner. I've got here, equally, it could grow a relationship you are in by materializing further commitment. You could be materializing a healing in a significant relationship. And I've got here, you could be materializing growth in the love that the two of you share. There could be something of like a maturing of a relationship where it matures, and perhaps some of the niggly or silly things of the past, they just, you both move beyond, and you grow together and you mature together. There could be something very lovely here. Another way that this could materialize with that exalted Jupiter energy aspecting into Saturn there is that you could be starting up business collaborations, you could be starting up partnerships, you could experience an increase in foreign clients as well, you could be growing a client base, you could be growing an audience of some kind. So that's pretty exciting here. Now, Rahu is still encouraging you to build a great career. Okay, so Rahu's there in the 6th, and Rahu is encouraging you to serve others, to jump into the chaos. But yet it's not perfect, but that's why you're needed, right? You're needed to go into the chaos and bring some order to the chaos, or you're going to make some kind of difference. That is what you're meant to do. There should be like an impulse to do that. There should be an impulse to, yeah, I want to get stuck in. I want to serve. I want to improve that thing. And if that's not through a career or in the outer world, this could just be in your own life too. But there's something about bringing order to chaos, which is a continual thing there with Rahu. Now, Mars energy is really good for you. You get 2 beautiful runs with Mars. That's Feb, March, and mid-September to mid-November. So that's really, really good. You've got great Mars energy. Now, you start off the year with beautiful Mars energy. We all do. Mars is exalted for all of us. That's happening in your 5th house, and that's nice. And I've got here, but you've got excellent energy for winning in general across Feb and March. Now, that's a Vipreet Raj Yog Mars, because Mars will be transiting through the 6th, and Mars is lording the 8th for you. So you could be facing a difficulty, possibly Feb, March, but you win or you succeed. So if there's something in Feb, March, I've just got this thing coming through, which is something about face it with courage and you will succeed, or the planets will help you. So face it with courage, or put in effort, work across Feb, March, you will reap results. So Feb, March is really good. And I've got here, you get another superb run with Mars from mid-September to mid-November. So that's that period up here, and that is really beautiful. Oh wow, that is kind of coinciding there with the Jupiter. Oh my goodness, that's quite beautiful. Mid-September to mid-November. Yes. Oh, very nice. So that'll be a combination of exalted Jupiter and Mars. Oh wow. Well, you'll be a natural coach at that time, or yeah, I don't know, you give good advice to all your friends and or clients. We've got a lot of therapists who watch these, so your practice might grow. So that's mid-September to mid-November. If you're a therapist, if you're a coach, consultant, any of that, yeah, your practice could really grow. Incredible. Well, Virgo, I'm loving the look of your year ahead. Let's see, what energy do I like the best here? Well, I'll tell you what, I've got here, have I written this here? No, I haven't, but you have one of the very best Mars-Saturn, not Mars-Saturn, you have one of the very best Jupiter-Saturn setups. So the way your Jupiter is aspecting from the 11th into the 7th, it's really nice. What I will say is, with your Saturn in the 7th, you will be being tested in relationships. So there will be challenges in relationships and challenges in your marriage if you're married, and if things are difficult. So that is there. But Jupiter's bringing in healing energy, blessing energy. So a healing could materialize. That is something to watch out for. But you could be being tested as well in your relationships. So I'm wishing you well, Virgo. I'm wishing you a great 2026 year ahead. And we are now going to welcome Libra. Libra, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So this is Libra Ascendant, Libra Moon, or Libra Sun, as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. And if you just want to watch from your ascendant and your moon, that's all you have to do. I know that with the year ahead, well, you could look at your sun as well, but you could just stick to 2. Might be easier. All right, so now Libra, what have we got going on? Well, we've got Jupiter aspecting Saturn. I've got here, this is the year to materialize your past efforts. Yes, so Libra, I have, over the past year, always seen that you've got great energy. But some of you do comment and you say, it's not happening for me. I now know why. It's when I put together these notes, I'm like, this is why some Librans aren't seeing the results. It's because, yes, your Saturn was in the 6th, but Jupiter, there was no Jupiter energy coming in. When there's a mingling of Saturn and Jupiter energy, that's when things materialize. That's when things happen. So now we're going to have an exalted Jupiter aspecting your Saturn. So now this year is going to be the year for things to materialize. So you might feel that 2025, you have been working hard, and yes, you've been working, but you're just not seeing the results. And you might have watched my Saturn video, and I might have raved about this amazing transit, and but note that I'm talking about 2025 through to about the start of 2028. Okay, so it's too soon to judge the transit, right? You'll be able to judge this transit in 2029, 2030. You'll be able to look back. You'll be able to see, all right, what did that yield me? This year that's coming up is significant because this, I believe, is of all the years where things can be delivered, this is an important year for you. So I've got here, this is the year to materialize your past efforts. You will see success, results, gains, and wins. So it might be that you've been working hard in the background, but just it's good, the energy's been good, but you haven't been getting results. You might have been clearing the way last year because it was a number 9 year. This year as well, so you've got the exalted Jupiter energy helping boost your Saturn, great, and you've got a number 1 year. So this really is the year where good things should materialize. I've got here, maintain good discipline with your health still, because Jupiter's aspect is coming in to grow whatever you have going on in the now. So with health, if your health is great, Jupiter will boost that, okay? And sometimes it can be that if there's, an issue or something, Jupiter aspect can come in and it can make that more obvious, okay? So that's just something to bear in mind. I've got here, if you've been working hard without results, this is the year where things can really change for you. Okay, Libra. So some Librans have been commenting over the past year saying that, things are good for me. Things are happening. I mean, Saturn alone can deliver a huge amount. When Saturn wants to give you, and when you are due good karma, it is coming. Saturn just, oh my gosh, I have seen this, where Saturn just puts it into your experience. It's like, here, have this good thing, have this good thing, have this good, it's just like Saturn can be like that. Saturn doesn't need anyone else's help. If you're due, it's coming. But some of you will, of course, have been, you've had the whole year and you're like, oh, not much is happening. Jupiter's going to come in and help things along. You can let me know at the end of the year. You can always come back and write a comment and tell me what happened. I love to read. I read everybody's comment all the time, so that's all good. All right, let's have a look. So I think I've covered that. Rahu, let's check in with Rahu. So Rahu is still encouraging you to build a life that you love. We're here in the 5th house, the heart, love, whatever you're doing, you've got to love it. If you don't love it, then so there's something about Rahu's encouraging you to aim for love or to build a life that you love, or that love has to be part of your life. That's important. I've got here, keep a focus on what you personally love to do. Make sure you make time to enjoy that. And that could just be time with your children. It could just be as simple as that. Now, Mars energy at the start of the year is good for career and self-effort. Yeah, you start with beautiful Mars energy. Wow, you've got good runs here with Mars. Mars, as it transits through Capricorn, that's in your 4th house. You might be a little bit restless there as this sort of Feb time. But then you've got a great run with Mars, April to mid-May. So you could really, that could be great physical energy and you achieve a lot at that time, or things are good. And mid-November to July 2027, this could also be some very good energy there. So that's from a Mars perspective. Oh my gosh, and that's mid-November to July 2027. That's a long, You're one of the lucky 3 signs. Yes, Libra, I've already just said that for Gemini. You're one of the lucky 3 signs that's getting this extended, beautiful run with Mars. So look at that, mid-November to July 2027. Mars, and you know, I just want to have a little look at this. I'll just bring up your chart. Mars. Oh, hang on a minute. Whoops, I went into 2027. Where am I here? Okay, Mars in Leo. Yeah, it's stunning. Yeah, you're so lucky. I would love to have this. I don't have this. I have transit envy. Mid-November to July 2027, you've got a very long run with an incredible Mars. Now, subtract in this time period, subtract 7 weeks. In fact, because I've got you up, I'm just going to tell you which 7 weeks. I didn't tell Gemini, did I? But subtract 7 weeks. Oh, hang on. No, I'm in 2027. Is that right? Yeah, no, that is correct. So subtract about 7 weeks from about sort of early March, just minus 7 weeks, because Mars will retrograde into Cancer. But otherwise, for that whole period, mid-November to July 2027, as I said, minus 7 weeks, but that whole period is very, 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 very good. Okay, so you can really profit, really capitalize. This is kind of like your business going fantastic. You're growing, the money's coming in, it's expansion, it's all happening. Like it's very good, that. So you can let me know as well, like but this is what I'm seeing. Yeah, I'm excited for you, Libra. How incredible. Keep enjoying this energy, what you've got going on. You have got a really superb setup for the year ahead. Really, really superb. As I say, you're one of the 3 signs that's benefiting from this incredible mid-November to July 2027. Only 3 signs have that. And the other thing is, you're one of the 3 signs benefiting from a good Saturn. Incredible. Okay, so good Saturn, you're getting rewards. Great Mars, you're achieving it all, you're getting it done, it's happening, it's, you know, that's more immediate and foot on the accelerator type energy. All right, Libra, well, thank you so much for being here. We are now going to welcome Scorpio. Scorpio, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So this is Scorpio Ascendant, Scorpio Moon, or Scorpio Sun, as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. Now, if you just want to look from your Ascendant and your Moon, that's fine. Just do that. Okay, so let's have a look. Jupiter will now be aspecting Saturn. Yeah, this is exciting. I've got here, this is the year to potentially manifest a step up in life. You could be manifesting a promotion or some significant enhancement to the life that you are creating. And with your Saturn there in the 5th house, definitely be creating a life that you love. Just keep that as your big goal, okay? And that will just help focus you as you go through. It's like, is this a life that I love? Is this contributing to a life that I love? That will keep kind of getting you, you know, refining your pathway kind of thing. Now, I've got here, Saturn is testing you in the area of wealth, children, creativity, and romance. But if you are doing well in these tests, Jupiter's aspect could produce a very good result. So Jupiter is going to be growing whatever it is that you got going on. And whatever it is that you've been doing, say, for example, over 2025, Jupiter is going to be able to come in. Jupiter's aspect is going to help materialize things now. So you'll get to see how you're doing across this year. The other thing is, it's a number 1 new year, so you will have new things happen and start in this area of your life as well. Now, Rahu is in the 4th house there for you, and Rahu is still encouraging you to bring light or more consciousness to your inner world, your family relationships, and or your family home. So there is some focus on creating a home life that you love, and that is important. I've got here, if things are challenging at home, face them with courage, and your awareness alone can be all that it takes to dissolve any problem. It's just about having the courage to look. How often do we sit and really just look at, okay, you know, it's easy, it's very easy to look at what the other people are doing. But what we need to do is we need to develop, and this is what that consciousness, you know, meditation, training, and all of this is about. It's about expanding back and looking at, okay, well, what am I doing? You know, so look, yeah, I look at the family, but what am I doing? Am I speaking up? Am I, you know, looking out for my own interest? Am I only looking at other people's interest? You know, and when we step back and we look at our role, we can see, okay, there is something I can stop doing that's going to help, or there's something I need to start doing that's going to help. You will see that, okay? So that's all that has to be done there. Let's take a look at Mars. So Mars energy is really beautiful for you, Scorpio. So I've got here Mars energy at the start of the year is good for career and self-effort. It's really fantastic because you've got exalted Mars energy in your third house. So that's powerhouse energy to start the year. You've got one of the best Mars setups at the start of the year. And then again, you're going to have another superb run with Mars mid-May to mid-June. That is going to be beautiful. And that is, as I was saying, that is actually in Vipreet Raj Yoga. Your Mars, we're looking at mid-May to mid-June because it's in own sign. The transit is a Vipreet Raj Yoga. So it could be from mid-May to mid-June. You might have some difficulty or some challenge to deal with, but if you face it with courage, you'll win. Okay, so do let me know if you have anything like that to encounter or what happens or any of that. I would love to hear from you. People do often come back to these videos many months later and at the end of the year, and they comment and they say what really happened. So I'd love to hear from you. Scorpio, thank you so much for being here. I'm wishing you a fantastic 2026. You know, may this year bring you what you truly desire. And the reason desire is coming into my mind is because you've got Rahu in the 4th, you've got Saturn in the 5th, and you've got quite an incredible Mars here. So there is like, yeah, there's something about you creating or going for what you desire. Something special like this here, Scorpio. I'm liking the look of what you've got going on. Thank you so much for being here. We are now going to welcome Sagittarius. Sagittarius, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. So this is Sagittarius Ascendant, Sagittarius Moon, or Sagittarius Sun, as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. So now what is going on here, Sagittarius? Well, the other thing is you can watch just from your ascendant or your moon. That's perfectly fine. You don't have to look from your sun if you don't have time. I'm also just looking at the lighting. Do you know, I think it's okay. The sun has just about set. What have we got? It's interesting. You start with the Jupiter there in the 7th house. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. Just contemplating, do I turn on the light? I think we'll just keep it like what it is. It's okay. I'm kind of sat in darkness, but that's fine. But there's a bit of light. I wonder if any of this is a metaphor for you. I don't know. Because I'm sort of looking at sunset energy where you got sort of Jupiter and Gemini there. That's a bit sort of sunset-ish. Anyway, what have we got? So you start the year with some pretty intense Mars energy there in your 2nd house. You will have to take care of how you speak to people around sort of Jan-Feb type time. But then you do have, when we're looking from a Mars perspective, you've got a brilliant run with Mars. This is mid-June to July, to all of July. So you've got a great run with Mars there. But let's have a look at the main story here, and that is Jupiter's aspect onto Saturn. So Jupiter will be aspecting Saturn across 2026, and this might help you materialize any good behind the scenes work that you have been doing in 4th house areas. So you might have been working on your home. So this could actually be your physical home. Maybe your home has been in need of repairs, or you've had to move, or there's been something like this going on. So you could be materializing some benefits regarding your home, your comforts, could be your car, could be family relationships, could be to do with how you nurture yourself. How I like to read the 4th is that it is quite deep subconscious, and Saturn could be testing you when it comes to your subconscious, when it comes to your beliefs. You know, what do you really believe? Saturn could be testing you in all of that across this time. So you have been doing some underground, behind the scenes work, probably. So last year, it wouldn't surprise me if you worked really hard, but then you didn't get results, or you didn't see much results, because I think you've been working underground kind of thing. Now Jupiter is going to be aspecting onto Saturn, so this could be the year where you see results of the work that you've been doing. I've got here, if you've been doing good work in these areas, so that's 4th house areas of your home, your comforts, your family relationships, how you nurture yourself, your beliefs. So if you've been doing good work in these areas and you are passing Saturn's tests, then Jupiter can come along with the blessing energy and help you materialize something in those areas. Apologies, Sagittarius, I'm just going to cut that because I started coughing, and I think I started coughing when I said the phrase "in those areas." That's all I remember. And then I decided to turn the light on because we have run out of... Oh wow, I can see the moon. Sorry, I'm being so distracted in this reading. I wonder if you're going to have a couple of distractions here and there across this year. It's a possibility, Sagittarius. Also, it's quite interesting, my throat completely packed up towards the end of that sentence, so I hope I can just edit this so that it makes sense. But apologies, things are not so smooth. So that is there to do with, do you know what that's to do with? That's your 8th house. That's like you're doing some soul work here. I think you are, with the Jupiter there in the 8th, you are clearing something. You are clearing something this year. I think you're clearing something. I think, yeah, there is, because I'm feeling a bit throat chakra, like I have just stopped and coughed quite a bit, but like it hasn't cleared up fully. And this happened in one other sign across this set of 12 so far. So, and the last time it happened, I don't remember which sign it was, but I was in the 8th house. Very interesting. So this is my next time touching the 8th house, and yeah, I've got, and I had to turn the light on. So it's quite interesting. This is very Scorpio energy. Do you know what's fascinating? I was just in Scorpio. Normally, I need to turn the light on when I'm in Scorpio. And I'll always do a joke about, oh, I'm in Scorpio, I need to turn the light on. I didn't turn the light on there. I've turned it on here. Very interesting. So there's something about, I think you've been working in the shadows, you've been doing a lot of underground work. This is your year where things can materialize, you can have some results that are seen in the world, but there's still a lot of internal work going on. It's Saturn Daya period. This is Saturn 4th from, yeah, so, you know, Dhaiya. I'll put it on the screen. Okay, so let's take a look. What's Rahu doing? Let's get into some Rahu energy. Rahu is still encouraging you to be courageous, to put self-effort into making this year your best year yet. There is something about you being social as well. So I see that you've got to balance time alone and recharge time with time going out into the world. It's important for you to go out into the world, to socialize, to be with people, to be with friends. Maybe you're picking up clients, you're meeting people. That's your Rahu in Aquarius there. Good, do that. But like, balance that with Saturn is wanting you to be at home. So I feel like, and then you've got that sort of, wow, we've got Jupiter there in the 8th. So this is, yeah, that's a big energy. I mean, you might want to be more of a homebody than be going out across this year, but it is important and good for you to go out, to change the energy, socialize, be with friends, or just do something out. It's good for you. And I think I did already cover the Mars energy, that it's great for you mid-June to July. That is a Vipreet Raj Yoga transit. So there could be something that you face with courage, and you win. You come out on top. That could be mid-June to all of July. But you've mid-June to all of July, you've got fantastic Mars energy. You can accomplish a lot at that time. Sagittarius, I'm wishing you well. I can feel that the energy is cleared in my throat. It's all lightened, it's all good. And I would say that you could use this time to be honing psychic gifts as well, or figuring out the hidden agenda of things, or you've got energy to do that. It's going to be a very interesting year for you, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for being here. We are now going to welcome Capricorn. Capricorn, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. So this is Capricorn Ascendant, Capricorn Moon, or Capricorn Sun, as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. Now I'm trying to remember you, Capricorn. I was loving your setup. Yes, oh, I'm loving this. I'm just looking at it. You're the one. You are the one that's got the very, 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 very good Jupiter-Saturn setup. You're the one sign. Okay, this is like, of all the Jupiter-Saturn setups I've looked at, yours is the best. So I've got here, Jupiter will now be aspecting Saturn. Yeah, you have perhaps the best Jupiter-Saturn setup of all the signs. Yeah, you do. Saturn is beautifully placed, so too is Jupiter. Jupiter is very beautifully placed. And all of this energy can help you materialize the next platform up in life. Now, if you watched my Saturn outlook, you know that when Saturn stepped into your third, I would have said this is the time where everything's going to be wonderful for you. So that's across 2025, 2026, 2027, 2028, start of 2028. So you're in a reward period. It might be that over the last year, you were working really hard, but you weren't materializing much, or rewards weren't happening, or you might be like, yeah, I was working hard, but you know, and the energy might be better because you come out of Sati Sati, say for example, if you're a Capricorn moon, but like, so you know the energy is better, but you might be like, well, but I'm still working hard and not materializing much. Now is your time where material results can be experienced, because Jupiter is going to aspect Saturn. When there's a mingling of Jupiter and Saturn energy, that's when a thing becomes reality. It becomes real. It appears in the life. So if you've been putting in self-effort, if you've been working, all of that, Jupiter can now come in and help you see results. So the kind of results you can see, they're third house type results. So this could be your network grows, this could be the right people come in, this could be the right opportunity comes in, a job comes in, something where you're growing, you're going up in life. You could be growing an audience here, but mainly you're putting in self-effort and you're experiencing results in real time, kind of thing. So I'm loving this for you, Capricorn. I've got here, this is your year, Capricorn. The right people, opportunities, and money can all be provided to you. Put the effort in and let the universe help you. Look for that quality of, so don't overwork. Saturn doesn't want us to overwork or overburn. Saturn wants us to just put the effort in. Don't overwork, don't do too much, just the right amount of effort. Your intuition will know. I'll give you an example. I put these notes together, and my plan on Monday at the start of the week was, oh, I know, I'll have the Vedic Astrology video and the numerology video done by Thursday. It's currently Wednesday at 4 p.m. and I've only got one video done. It's not even done yet. I've got 2 signs to read. So, but as I've been going through this week, I'm like, I've been seeing my energy, and I've been seeing like Now that plan I had on Monday was crazy. Like, I know that because my energy has slowed down. I'm a bit tired and I've got to go with that. I've got to, like, yes, I've adjusted. If it was the old me, if it was the me from like 10 years ago, I probably would have just pushed through and burnt hard and worked and made it happen. But no, I'm not doing that now. I know to just go with the flow. Don't overwork. What's your Rahu doing? Oh, Rahu is still encouraging you to build up your long-term wealth and savings. That's your Rahu in the second house there. That's beautiful. Yeah, it's important for you to be working. You're building financial gains now. This is your time. This is your time to grow your wealth, your wealth in the world. This is the time for that. Now let's have a look at your Mars. Mars energy is quite fantastic. So you start the year with that exalted Mars. That's in your first house. That could be a little bit tiring, but then you've got a superb run with Mars, April to mid-May. That's going to be great. That is going to be a good time. Could be a little bit stop-start because you do have Saturn in there. But both, if you figure out the rhythm, that could be quite amazing. So that's April to mid-May. And then you have a superb run with Mars, again, August to mid-September of next year. So Capricorn, I am so excited for you, and I've got many of you as clients and I'm wishing you well. And yeah, there's one of you I'm thinking of who in the live Zoom, you said something about, come on Capricorn, we can do it. Like, I loved that. That was so cool. Yeah, Capricorn, the brilliant sign. Yeah, and I'm wishing you well. You know, this is your time. This is your year. Things have to materialize now. And if there's a time when it's going to materialize across 2025, 26, 27 and 28, start at 28. We're looking at about, what is it, Jan, Feb 2028? But let's say the 3 years. It's going to be 2027, 2026, where it happens for you. Oh, why did I say 2027? Let's have a think. That'll be a number 2 year. Maybe for some of you that will be the year where it really happens for you. But I wanted to say 2026 there. This upcoming year is your year, Capricorn. It really is. Could be 2027 as well. There we go. But this is the kind of thing where when we're in 2030, you'll look back, you'll be able to judge this transit at that time, as per the Saturn transit anyway. But you're always welcome to come back to these videos and leave me comments and let me know how things really do pan out. All right, Capricorn, I'm wishing you all the best. Take care. We are now going to welcome Aquarius. Aquarius, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Now it is almost nighttime out there. I can see the moon. I can see dark sky, a little slither of yellow, and grey clouds. That's what we've got here. And what time is it? It's 4:20. Look at that. I'm in England. This is what happens. If I was, where would I have to be for it to be more exciting? I'd have to be, what, in Finland? I'd have to be somewhere like that. Oh, I'd love to do a video from there. How amazing. All right, Aquarius, let's see what's going on for you. There's a lot going on for you. We're going to have a look at, so now this is Aquarius Ascendant, Aquarius Moon, or Aquarius Sun, as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. If you just want to look from your Ascendant and your Moon, that's perfectly fine. Now, Jupiter will be aspecting Saturn. This can help you materialize improvements to your long-term savings and wealth. Aquarius, I feel for you. You have been building up wealth over a long time, and it has been difficult. I know. I've been doing these reports for a long time, and every time I come to Aquarius, it's always this thing about, yeah, money's been hard. You're not far away from a reward period. Saturn in Aries will be able to help you financially a lot. That's coming. You're getting ready for that now. So you're structuring life, you're building things, you're growing. You are growing, but it's incremental, it's taking time. You're being tested financially still. It's hard. I know this is challenging here. I've got, yeah, you've been tested on this for a long time, and it's like you've been working hard behind the scenes to improve this. Now Saturn receives aspect from exalted Jupiter, so this is strong blessing energy coming into your second house of wealth. I've got here, keep working, and I'm hoping this will provide the boost that you need. Keep structuring things, keep working, keep chipping away. Because when Saturn goes into Aries, that's going to be your reward time, and that's going to be really good. That's coming up. That's going to start really, I mean, you'll taste it a little bit 2027, but we really started at the start of 2028. So yeah, I mean, there's still more work to do, but hopefully your finances are stabilizing. Hopefully you're starting to grow wealth. And it could be small, but that's okay. As long as it's going in the right direction, that's all that matters. Because when Saturn gives a boost, Saturn can really give a big boost. So don't worry, all the hard work, it's all going to be worthwhile. Now I've got here Rahu is, we're just going to check in with Rahu, see how Rahu's doing. So Rahu is still encouraging you to work on defining yourself. You've got some experimental energy here. For your whole self, you can experiment a bit, which is great. I've got here, you can experiment with your image, you can experiment with who you are in the world. And I've got here, yeah, you still have time to experiment with defining your role in life. So let's say, for example, you're self-employed. This is great because you have time to shape your career a bit. You have time to figure out, okay, am I this? Am I that? Do I belong with that group, or am I in this group, or where am I? Where do I want to place myself? Where do I see myself long term? So you still have some experimental energy here. You can sort of try things out and go, yeah, I kind of like that, but I want to try this. I want to be known for that, or whatever it is. There's some experimental who you want to be type stuff that is possibly going on in the background. And then when we have a look at Mars is pretty fantastic. So you got to, yeah, you might start the year a little bit restless there. Jan, Feb, you've got exalted Mars energy in the 12th. That is good, but like it's just a little bit restless or something. But you've got a superb, oh, you've got 2 as well. Beautiful. Not every sign does. So mid-May to June, you've got great Mars energy. You can be very productive, achieve a lot. That can be a really powerful time in your year. And mid-September to mid-November can be a really powerful time in your year as well, where you are getting a lot done and you're loving life, you know. Things are going to keep improving for you, Aquarius. It is taking time. I understand. There will be some things that take time. But keep chipping away, keep working, and the results will come. You know, there's always a good transit on the horizon. That is what I've discovered with astrology. Thank God for astrology, because astrology has told me. Because sometimes, I think in the past when I was young, if I was in like a bad time, the worry is, oh no, it's going to be like this forever, right? And astrology has shown me it is never like that forever. A Mahadasha always changes. A new transit always appears. There's always something to look forward to. So hang in there with whatever it is you got going on. You'll see all the effort's going to be worthwhile. Aquarius, thank you so much for being here. We are now going to welcome Pisces. Pisces, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Pisces, it's the end of the day. You're the last sign. I think you're the last sign of the year. Let me look. So it's the 24th of December. It's 20 past 4. The sun has just about sunk. I don't think I'm going to do another all signs video before the 1st of January. So you really are the last sign, because the next video I'm going to launch on YouTube, it is going to be the numerology video, and there's no sign there. I'll be finishing that video with number 9. So this is the last sign of the year. Oh wow, I just want to take a moment to enjoy that. How cool. yeah, I wish I could show you my view, but I can even see the moon. I can see the moon, I can see some clouds and some yellow sky just on the horizon line there. It's really quite beautiful. And it's the 24th, it's very quiet, very still. Tomorrow, 25th, is going to be very quiet. I love Christmas in London. It's so special. It is so special. Thank you for indulging me, Pisces, in my little intro chat there. I just wanted to update you with the ambiance. Also turn the light on as well. So yeah, the atmosphere, the place that I'm in, the time I'm in right now, just feels special. I haven't even welcomed you properly. This is Pisces Ascendant, Pisces Moon, or Pisces Sun, as per the sidereal Vedic system of astrology. And if you just want to look from your Ascendant and your Moon, that's perfectly fine. So we're going to take a look, Pisces. What have we got going on now? Jupiter will be aspecting Saturn. And I'm loving this because we have this ability to materialize things across 2026. You might have been working very hard over 2025 and doing a lot of behind the scenes work, or you might have found that I've been working hard but I'm not, there's no results or nothing happening much. Well, this year could be a year where, so it's number one new year, so there could be new beginnings for a start. And the other thing is Jupiter aspecting into your Saturn means that you can materialize and see the fruits of your labor. When Jupiter and Saturn energy commingle, that's when we have something materialize in life. So this is quite interesting. Now for you, you've got your Saturn in the first house. Well, here energy might fluctuate a bit. You have exalted Jupiter energy coming in. So where you are to be rewarded, things will go very well. But where there are tests or challenges, it could be quite difficult too at times. Is it because Saturn is transiting through your sign? So there are tests here, challenges, tests. This is happening. If you're a Pisces moon, you're at the height of your Sadhisati. So yeah, the 2026 could be challenging in some ways, but hang in there with the Sadhisati, because just the other day I was reading for someone who he didn't know he was in the Sadhisati, and he's at height of Sadhisati just about. It's coming, I think, in a few months, but I mean, just the most amazing things are happening in his life, and he's going up and being promoted and soon to buy a house, and there are other things happening in his chart, and I can see why all these amazing things are happening. But he's also coming up to the Sadhisati, the difficult bit. So, it's like this. So just know that if you are in the height of Sadhisati phase, good things can happen at any moment. We've always got to know that. And that's the other thing. That's why being spiritual counts and helps, because God can make the best things happen at any moment, any time, all the time. God trumps Saturn. It's like, Saturn is powerful, but God is more powerful. So yeah, let's have a look here. Yeah, I've got the note here, following Rahu will help you at this time. However, if Jupiter is rewarding you, you can expect improvements in yourself as a whole. Your self-esteem and how you feel about your life, all of that can be really wonderful across this year. So that can be the materialization, okay, how you feel about yourself. So do that anyway. That's Louise Hay and her big teaching. Her big teaching is self-love. She says if there's a problem in your life, there's somebody you need to forgive, and it might be that you need to forgive yourself. And she always says, self-love is the remedy, is the healing power. That's the thing that's going to transform your life. So I feel like you can across this year. Get excellent at that, because you have exalted Jupiter energy in the fifth house of your heart, of love, in romance and all that kind of beautiful thing. That is aspecting into your first house of self. Wow, this is incredible. I've only just joined that dot now. I don't have that written on my notes. I didn't read that for any other sign, and I didn't read that for any other signs. So that's what this is. You've got the energy of love pouring into yourself. And Saturn is here. So it's like Saturn will show you where you aren't loving yourself. And that's where life could be challenging, because life has to mirror back what you got going on. So that, yeah, this is what I'm seeing here. But basically the love is pouring in. So that's good. And now with your Rahu in Aquarius in the 12th house. I've got here Rahu is still encouraging you to go within. Okay, so Rahu is encouraging you to be on your own, create solid spiritual routines, take time out to recharge. And at times, I mean, your Saturn is in the first house. You will be needed on the playing field of life. You will be busy. But it'll be about balancing both of these now across this year. So sometimes you're going to need recharge time. Sometimes you're going to be needed in the world. So you're just figuring out the balance between these two things. And the whole time, an exalted Jupiter is just pouring love, self-love into yourself, which at times you'll be able to receive and enjoy, and at times that love energy will highlight where there is some work to be done, or some unloving going on, or some stuckness, or some unforgiveness, or something like that. The love energy might come in and just highlight, okay, there's a little bit of work to do there. And this largely is to do with you and your stuff, because your Saturn is in your first house. This could be to do a little bit with family. Saturn is aspecting into your third. Taurus is there, family. Saturn is aspecting into your seventh. Partner is there. Could even be work people. Saturn is aspecting your 10th. So yeah, I mean, you could be tested by some people in your life as well across this year. That's a possibility. But thankfully Rahu is just so fantastic, because it's just encouraging you, hey, the answer is on the spiritual path. Take time out, disappear, do your own thing for a bit, take your journal, write things down, recharge, do your own thing. That will help. Now what's Mars doing? Okay, well Mars, is beautiful for you. That's exalted Mars. Wow, you start the year with excellent Mars energy. So that is Mars in the 11th there, Jan, Feb. You start off with powerhouse Mars energy. It's really great. I would say use that for yourself. I would say use that to make progress on things that are important to you, whatever that is. And then you've got another terrific run, mid-June to July. Mars is in great shape there, so you will be able to achieve and do a lot there. And then a beautiful run. Wow, you're one of the lucky 3 signs. You've got the ultimate. I have massive envy on this one. I would love to have this. Mid-November to July 2027. I have even put an exclamation point there, because it's true. This is the best. This is the best Mars transit. You have it. This is Mars going through Leo. It's going through your 6th house. This is great energy. Now, this period, mid-November to July 2027, minus 7 weeks. Okay, and those 7 weeks start somewhere in March. So it is that whole period, but there's a little bit of that where Mars is going to go back into Cancer. So that's okay. But this whole chunk, like mid-November to July 2027, wow, you can, that's just great Mars energy. It's great physical energy. It's great time to achieve, do things, reap rewards in real time. You know, you put in effort, you see results. That kind of thing is really what I'm seeing there. So you're one of the lucky signs. It's got really, I mean, you've got 3 superb runs here with Mars. It's stunning. It's really, really stunning, Pisces. And if we've got any Pisces moon people here, keep hanging in there. I said to Aries moon, what did I say to Aries moon? I said that, yeah, you're in that narrow band, you know, that narrow Saturnian band, and it's like, and it can feel like the world, everybody's out having fun and earning money and traveling and doing cool stuff, and it can seem like there's all this stuff going on, and you're stuck in this narrow band, but like, that's okay to be in here, because in here is very solid, you're very protected. You know, you're working with Saturn. Saturn's polishing you. Saturn is giving you strengths that when it is your time to go back into the world, you're going to have stuff that people look at and go, how are you so strong, you know, or how are you this, or how are you that? It's like, well, you are that because you did the work, you know, you did the chop wood and carry water, which was in here. Oh, by the way, I don't know if this was a Piscean. In the last video, someone left a lovely comment. They said they could hear the rain on my window. It came up in the audio. Yeah, I really like that too when I watch tarot readers, and I love it when their cat appears and comes and sits on the cards. That's fun. And I love it as well when there's rain on the window. I can hear that in some people's videos too, but we don't have any rain here. We've got a little sliver of a crescent moon there. That is very beautiful. And we've got some dark clouds, but like clear sky. Ultimately, there's just some dark clouds. It's not much. So yeah, tomorrow is going to be Christmas Day, and I think I might do a bit of editing, but I'll do a lot of eating and relaxing, and I will be, well, hopefully I go out for a walk actually, because it is lovely here on Christmas Day. It's very, very quiet, and it's a good time to have a walk, have a peaceful little walk. But I will be launching this on Friday, and then next week I'm going to have a numerology video for you guys. That'll be my first time doing one of those. I'm really excited to do it. I'm going to sit down and I have to do some notes. I've got so much to do. When I think of all the things I have to do, but I'm just not going to think of that. I'm just going to enjoy these next few days, have a change of pace. And I hope you are enjoying a change of pace as well, wherever you are. And yeah, wishing you all the best for 2026. May this year have a lot of soul growth for you. I think that's what Pisces year is going to have. I think it's going to have a lot of incredible soul growth where you mature as a being, which, wow, for Pisces to mature even more, that is incredible in itself. So yeah, that is a great contribution to all of life. That's what I think. I think just, yeah, being mature, looking after our own self, giving, like, yeah, a happy being back to the all. That's enough. We don't have to do more than that. So yeah, well guys, thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you next time.